Hey, you guys. This is Shella D. Bridgman, and welcome to the Shella D. Bridgman Show. And this is my testimony. I am so glad to be talking to you today. It is Sunday, November 10th at 5:07 in the evening, and this is a good day. I just woke up. I had probably 8 hours of sleep today, which is unique. Look, I'm just jumping right into it. And I went and bought me some pies this morning. The Patti LaBelle peach cobbler with the extra crust and a sweet potato pie. I'm telling you, that pie. I don't know what's going on with that pie. It's thick, and I don't know. I really don't know. Again, this is not advertisement. This is full disclosure. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that pie, but I ate a whole pie. Yes, I am. Just stop judging me. I'm eating my way through. My challenges. Okay, but it's gonna be okay. I know there's an end to it. I know there's an end to it. I'm gonna stop. Look, but so sitting. What does it say on deck is the peach cobbler. Okay. So it's a wonderful day, you guys. I was able to get yesterday's program uploaded at work, so that's like after 12 o'clock at night. Again, the recording was no problem. This is what I'm saying. The recording was no problem. I was able to get the recording done, but the uploading, my screen froze. It froze, and I said, "Oh, okay, there it is." You know what I mean? It's not for me to do it. And so I just, put everything away, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it at work." So I just, closed the laptop and let it just keep running. And I said, "Okay, I'll just deal with it at work tonight." So I went and did that, and I ended up working with my regular partner. Wasn't at work, and I ended up working with this guy that is he's such a good guy, and we talked the whole night, and we laughed, and I mean, like, really, really laughed out loud, and I really, really needed. It was like, actually, we were like both in the same situation. He came in, and I said, "Oh, okay, how you doing, right?" And he said, "I'm tired." And I said, "Okay, well." But it was funny because I was tired too. I had absolutely no sleep yesterday. Absolutely no sleep because I was moving, and I did like people think the library is open at this time of the night on a Sunday. I guess they have no idea. Bless the people. Um, so yeah. So he said that. So I had no sleep yesterday, none. Because I was moving, but I did good yesterday. I moved like six bags of clothes. I had some good jeans, nice, clean. Everything was folded. Just, I don't know how many, 30 pairs of jeans. I mean, like crazy. I have a lot of clothes, There's still more that I have to get rid of. There's a lot that I'm keeping. Actually, when all the shirts are going. All the shirts are going. The only thing I'm really keeping is my coats. I got a thing for the coats. Like I said, some of them I got from my aunt, and then I like coats. Um, so I got a lot done yesterday. I did like 6 bags, but on the other side of that, my little guy had like an anxiety attack yesterday. He had an anxiety attack. And so I was like, I'm sitting right there with him. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he wouldn't calm down. And so I, took him outside and we went for a walk. And then he was just anxious. He was anxious. And then I said to myself, shoot, I said, I have anxiety attacks. You know what I'm saying? And for everything that we've been through, like I said, with the moving and then moving again, because the first time I was putting stuff on top of his cage and his, all the bags, just closing him in. I mean, he really puts up with a lot. That's why I said when we're taking a walk and he's biting at me, I I give him grace. I give him grace. He has his little frustrations, but yeah, I got like 6 bags of clothes yesterday, and the funny thing was, I was like, okay, because I was led to give everything away. That was what it was. Don't sell it. Don't try to make a profit. Give it away, right? And so all the big stuff, I gave it away. The beautiful chairs and the TVs, three big flat screen TVs in the box, put them in the Walmart parking lot, and a washer and a dryer, put it in the Walmart parking lot, and the exercise machine, put it in the Walmart parking lot, refrigerator, put it in the Walmart, put the microwave in the box, put it in the Walmart. I put everything in the Walmart parking lot. That's what I was led to do. And so I'm down to the clothes, right? I'm down to the clothes, and I was like, okay, well, what do I do? I mean, nice jeans, no raggedy, dirty, nice stuff. And I was like, okay, well, what do I do? And I said, okay, so this is, what am I supposed, if there was a place like a camp where homeless people were, okay, then I could take the stuff and give it to them, and then maybe that's useful. I said, but a bag of clothes, I mean, I like nice dress, like sundresses that I've never worn. I'm telling you, I got a thing for clothes. I got a thing for clothes because, like I said, I didn't have any when I was a kid, so I like to be prepared, right? I just like to be prepared. And so all this stuff I've never worn is just hanging across the hangers, really cute like sleeveless dresses and all this kind of stuff, right? And strapless and stuff like that. And so, but what I said to myself, I said, now I know I'm supposed to give everything away. I said, but if I put bags of clothes in the parking lot, I said, that's gonna look like trash. That's gonna look like trash. When you put a washing machine, okay, you can see that's a washing machine, but a bag, that's gonna look like trash. So I said, I'm not gonna do that. So I went like just down the street, and the little bins where you donate clothes, clothes and shoes. There's these 2 big bins right there, like right around the corner from the storage room. I had these 6 bags of clothes, and I put a suede jacket in there, and because the thing is, if I can't fit it now, if I can't fit it right now, there's no sense in keeping it, not unless it's something that like from my aunt or something like that. But other than that, there's no sense in keeping something that I can't fit. That's a point too, right? That, and then I just don't need a lot of stuff. And I look. I was in the storage room singing, and people live in there, and I don't know, they can hear me or whatever, but I'm in there singing, "Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus." Carrying all that stuff. You got too much stuff, right? And so, that's what I'm saying to myself, and that's how I feel. I have moved since I left home in 2008. I have moved and moved again and moved again and moved again, and I just got all this stuff, and some of it I just really don't need. Some of it is replaceable, and you know what's really funny? Listen. I don't regret, and I don't feel bad that I gave away my washer and dryer, TVs. I can go buy that stuff again. You know what I mean? That's not irreplaceable. That stuff is not irreplaceable. It's just not. My what do you call that printer? The print brand new in the box. You can go get that stuff for change at the Walmart. So I'm okay, but yeah, so I got like 6 bags worth of stuff, 6 bags of stuff yesterday, and but my little guy had an anxiety attack, and I said, oh, okay. I said, so we're done for the day, right? And so something told me I still had time, because we took a break, and after I dumped the stuff, I said, okay, let's take a break. And so I was gonna go back over there, and then something told me, okay, that's just it for the day. And so I went to the new storage room and got the stuff that we needed, instead of going to the old storage room. And I was saying, but why was I not supposed to do it? And what I realized that is, if I had gone, when I look at how I made it to work last night, like just in time to heat my coffee and this and that and this and that, right? If I had done one thing different, I would not have been on time. Look, I had to do my nails, I had to cut my nails, I had to paint my nails. Ooh, my nails look good, y'all. They look good. I ventured out and tried some other stuff on my nails because I don't put color on my nails. I just do that for my feet. Yes, I'm talking personal. But for my nails, I usually just I do gold, right? I do gold. I told you I like shiny stuff. So that's what I would usually do, but I was trying something different. But now I'm back to my gold and this, with my little jewelry and stuff. So I'm doing my little thing, and so I had to cut my nails because when I was younger, I used to wear the long nails and stuff. They grow, but I keep them cut because that's just where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that long nail stuff. So I had to cut my nails and paint my nails, and so I was able to get all that done and make it to work on time, and then I worked with a guy that was really nice. But yeah, so my little guy, he had an anxiety attack yesterday. I feel like I'm just rambling on, but yeah, he had an anxiety attack. I said, okay, we're done, right? And I just feel like if I had gone back over into that storage room, there was some stuff that I needed, but I think I would have been in there because there's still so much stuff. I would have been like, oh, I can do this and I can do that, and it would have made me late for work. It would have made me late. But yeah, so I had a good night last night. Ended up talking and with the guy all night, working too, but talking, and it was something because I hadn't had any sleep. I didn't have any sleep yesterday because I was just moving. And so what I realized today is that the guy gave me the code through Monday. So this is Sunday, so I need to really get something done today. I got off work. I went to Walmart and got some stuff this morning, like I said, pies and stuff like that. And I called myself going to go to work and go to the storage room and, get to it, right? I'm all, got my little outfit on. I'm ready to go. And I passed out. I said, oh, okay. But then you think about it, I didn't have any sleep yesterday. And when I did all of this, I knew, I was like, okay. Because I told the guy, I said, yeah, I gotta go back, continue working, because I showed him this lock. Last night, I broke the lock. I broke the key off in the lock, right? And I'm like, okay, but I didn't get upset. That, how is it possible for me to have another lock sitting right there? He had these little compartments right here in the console. How did I have another key and lock like sitting exactly right here? How did I have that? And I sure did, and I just put that little lock on. So it's not a big, safety lock, but it was a lock. I put that lock on and kept it moving and went on to work. You know what I mean? And so last night, one of my projects was to get the broken key out of the locks. I had my little tweezers. I looked on YouTube and this and that, and I couldn't do it. And so, like I was telling the guy, I said, I hate to pay somebody. I mean, I got some dollars in my pocket. I said, but I hate to pay somebody something for something that I can do myself, right? And I was trying. And I went to the guy this morning, and he took that piece out for $3. I said, that's worth $3. You know what I mean? So that's good. So, let's see. Now, I mean, this really closed. And if somebody, this is a safety tip, you guys. This is dark in this parking lot. The lights haven't come on yet. And if somebody pulled up next to me right now and the library is closed and it's dark, no, then I have to move. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to have my little private conversation, but that's a safety thing. Ladies, people, whoever, if somebody pulls up next to you, you need to move because they can't have good intentions when it's an empty parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your reasoning is, your values, whatever. You don't pull up right next to somebody in an empty parking lot. That's not what you do. So this truck, he just went past me and then pulled around. But if he had pulled up right next to me, I would have to drive away. But yeah, so I'm about to go and do some moving, and I think it's really going to be good because pretty much what I've decided to do is to focus on taking the stuff out that's just gonna be discarded. deal with that stuff, and the stuff that's left is the stuff that's going to go to the new room, and just that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on going to the new room because I don't really. There's something about it. I don't know. I'll go there later. But that's my plan, is to focus on the getting rid of. But the sun is down, so I should be good. This guy he's still a little closer to me than I care for. Just say that it's an empty parking lot, because I'm like really hot and I want to roll my window down and everything. But anyhow, so that's where I'm at. I need to continue with this and get it finished, and I will. The guy that I worked with last night, it was funny because we live in like the same little neighborhood, right? And so we said, the key guy with the little shack and this and that, we were laughing. I told him I saw somebody driving a Pinto, and we laughed out loud. We laughed so hard and everything. And this is bothering me. Let me roll my window up completely. I don't understand. I mean, it's dark in the parking lot, and for somebody to be, my door is locked. Let me turn this air on. Yeah, I don't like that. See, when the windows are up, doors locked, that's, that just makes me feel better. So I hope you guys can't hear the air. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I know I'm gonna get something done because it's only 5:30, and this storage facility stays open until 10. So that's enough time to get a whole lot of stuff done. The other one closes at 8:45. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna worry about getting stuff over there. And the stuff that I'm putting over there is like the precious, like the suits, the 5 suits that my brother gave me. So I'm putting stuff in there, and then what I'm gonna put on top is like the suits, So yeah, so it's good. I'm gonna focus on. I hope this is not too loud. Bring it down. I'm gonna focus on getting rid of stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. If I turn the air on, maybe it won't be as loud. It's the same. Yeah, but guess what, you guys? Okay, so like I said, I worked with this guy last night, and I was telling him about my car, right? And I was telling him about I actually have to register my car on the 12th. So I'm driving around, and I'm doing all this stuff, right? I'm doing the moving and everything else. I went and looked at cars last week, and my car registration is due on the 12th. My car registration is due on the 12th. And so in the back of my mind, there's like, I need to get my brakes done. I need to get a oil change. I mean, the what do you call it? The maintenance thing that came on. And I was telling the guy about all the lights that are on inside my car. And I told him that I have not, been able to find a good mechanic. Somebody, what I'm used to, you look at something and you go, okay, this is what this is worth, what I did for you. Now this is what you paid me. Not just pay me up front, just because I'm looking at it. And so he understood everything I was saying. So he gave me some information, and he showed me a place, and it's right in this neighborhood. I know what he's talking about. I haven't seen the place that he's talking about, so I'm going to look for it. But what came out of our conversation is that all these lights that I'm telling you that are on in my car, he's saying that it should not affect a smog check, because I have to have a smog check. He said it shouldn't affect that. So that's one thing, and then all this other stuff that bothers me about the car, all these lights being on, he said that maybe these people can help me, and so that was good information. So by the time I finish this, so that's due, I realize it's Tuesday, Tuesday's the 12th, and that I need to get all of that done on the 12th. So by Monday, I'll be finished moving, and then Tuesday the 12th, I'll go and deal with my car. So that's what I kept telling him. I kept saying, I'm busy, I'm busy, busy. I told him when I saw the guy with the Pinto, I said, I'm driving. I said, and I want to holler out the window, hey, where did when you see somebody with a Ford Pinto, right? It's like, where did you find that? Whose garage was that sitting in forever? And we just laughed. Oh, we laughed about so many things, and it felt so good. I don't do a lot of laughing. I don't. But it was so good. It was so nice to. So that was slipped in for me. That treat to work with somebody that I could have that kind of exchange with. But I'm not gonna keep you guys. I just looked at my my boundaries for my recording are a little off, but yeah, so just wanted to check in with you guys and say thank you so much for your support. I uploaded that video. I was talking to him, and so I was distracted, and I had to, because you have to get a code. Like where I work, you can't just go online. You have to get a guest, do a guest account. You have like a day, and you got to do all this. So they email you the code. So I'm doing all of that, and then I'm talking to him, and so I ended up getting the stuff uploaded, and it was done. And so that was at work last night, and then later on I checked it, and it was like just before I got online with you guys, I think it was like at 87 views. And I'm like, what the heck? When I got off work, it was like, when I first checked it, it was like 24. Like an hour later, if that, it was like 43. Then it was, when I checked it again, it was like 60 something. When I checked it again, it was just now, it was like 80 something. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. But thank you for your support, and that's what I mean about, I don't know. I didn't do anything any different. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. When it's time for something, it's time for something. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Just do your part. Do what you know you're supposed to do, and that's what I keep saying about stuff. I live well with myself. I do, what I know I'm supposed to do. I had a conversation with the guy that I was working with last night, and I was telling him about one of our coworkers. We could see, I said that guy right there, and the guy, one of his legs is shorter than the other, and I could see it when I met him, because that's one of my gifts. I can see stuff. One of his legs is shorter than the other. He's an older guy. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys before. He's an older guy. Maybe we're the same age, or he's a little older, and he's catching the bus. So he does a lot of walking, and then he goes and walks to the bus stop. And I was telling the guy, I said, I don't know. I said, back when I wasn't driving, and I would be, just see, I didn't even plan on talking about all this. I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't plan it. I said, back when I wasn't driving, I said, and people would, you get off work, and you stand at the bus stop, and people would drive by. Okay, bye. It's like, hey, why you waving at me? I'm at the bus stop, right? And so, I told him, I said, I don't really know what you're supposed to do when you see somebody standing at the bus stop. It's not for me to give him a ride. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I know that. But I told my coworker, I said, I prayed for him. I said, this guy has no idea, because I told him about the guy that I worked with, and years ago, and how he was, Mr. Mayor, and everywhere we would go, because it's doing temporary work. Everywhere we would go, he was, always friendly with everybody. Everybody knew him and stuff like that. And how he one day got a car because he won some money at the casino. And so I told him that I pray for this guy that goes to the bus stop. I said, I don't know if he's, putting away a little money here and there. I said, but I pray that, maybe he can win some money and get him a car. I'm not talking about a Mercedes, you know what I'm saying? But just win some money enough to get him a car or something. Because I told my coworker, I said, because the rain is coming. The rain is coming. It is coming. Okay. And that's just crazy. That is crazy. And I just, you know, that's crazy. But then I told him about how I ended up getting a car, and I hadn't had a car for years. And I told him, I said, I had a little bit of money. I had a little bit of money, and about how I worked a graveyard shift, and I was out there in the cold, and then when it was time for me to take my lunch, I was sitting out in the cold, eating my food. And I told him when I got off work, I was like, no. This is how much money I have. I'm going to get me a car today. I'm going to get me a car today. This is what I got, and I'm going to get me something, right? And I told him I got off the bus and got back on the bus going in the opposite direction to go to this place to get me a car. And I, said, this is what I got. Give me something for this amount of money. But I told him that sometimes not helping a person is helping them. Sometimes not helping them is helping them, because people have to hit that spot. They have to hit that spot where they say, okay, this is what I can't do. This is what I absolutely cannot do, because that's what I was telling him about when I looked at the car, and the guy was telling me you can sit on a pillow. And I'm like, sit on a pillow? How you gonna buy a car? How you gonna buy a car for thousands of dollars and then sit on a pillow so you can see? I'm like, no. That's not what we're doing, right? And so we just laughed the whole night and everything. But yeah, so just all of that, and getting through this, getting through everything that I need to do, getting through these days, and I tell you, I knew, sometimes you can say, oh, I'm gonna work around to this, or you have an idea of maybe I need to do this and maybe I don't. No, I need to get myself out of that storage room. I have to do that, and I have to go to work. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to do all of that, and the gift was that man last night to help me get through the night, because I didn't have any sleep, none. And I knew I still had to go this morning and get to work on that stuff, get that lock fixed, and get to work on this stuff with absolutely no sleep. I knew I had to do that, but God's so different, and he knocked me out after I ate that pie. I ate that pie and passed out. Just passed out. So here I am, and let me share this. Okay, we got some lights. Let me share this with you. Okay, just like how I share with. Just like how I just saw that number 27, I was like, that's 27 seconds. But it looks so. See, I'm a night person. This looks so nice. I washed my car yesterday, right? So the lights with the clean windows. This is good. And I feel good. But I want to share this with you. You know how I keep saying that I don't plan anything. I feel like I just... you know how I say that I don't plan what I'm going to say to you. I just, I start talking. Oftentimes, decisions that I make about what I'm going to do next, I don't know. I listen for direction. What should I do right now? What should I do next? Okay. And it is oftentimes that it's only in that moment that I know what I'm going to do. Okay. And so, when I got myself together and I said, okay, it's time to go deal with moving this stuff or doing the recording. Which one do I do first? Do I go and deal with moving this stuff because I know I need to do it? I'm getting close to time here. Or do I go do the recording? And this is what I came up with. It was my intention. I was on my way to come and do it this morning, but I passed out. I passed out after I ate the pie. But I was on my way. I had changed my clothes and everything, and I was on my way to come and do it. And I passed out, but I came up with, you know how I said to you guys that, because I keep having these little problems that, they're out of my control. I do what I can, but if the screen freezes or if it just doesn't load, that's something I can do. But Remember how I told you guys that I like for it to be the first thing that I do and not the last thing? What came to me is that this is my first fruit. This recording is my first fruit. I make this the first thing that I do in my day. When I get off work and I drive to the library. I get off work and I drive to the library and I make the recording. That's what I do. And oh gosh, this it has come to me that really is what it is. It is my first fruit, because what I'm saying is everything after that is going to work out. With everything I have to do and with the time I have, it's all going to work out because I've given off the top of what I've had. I've given that time to God. You know what I'm saying? This is what He wants me to do. This is what He wants me to do. And this is what I'm doing first in my day. This is what I'm doing first. This is what I get. I give this to you off the top, not off the bottom, not after I've used up my day. And see, at first it was my thinking that what I'm talking to you about, it's after I've accomplished stuff. Okay, and then I can tell the people what I've done. I got this done. But then I changed my thinking, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this first. I'm doing it first. And everything else comes after this. Everything else will work out after this because I did this first. And I've ended up having conversations with you about stuff that I didn't plan. You know what I mean? I didn't plan. I don't know. It happens the way it happens. And I'm telling you, the people, I just, I'm doing it, and here we go. We've kicked it up. We were at 80 something a few minutes ago when I just checked it. We're at 80 something views, and I'm like, I listened to it one time. I viewed it one time. Because I had to, when the guy was when I was waiting for the guy to be available to work on this lock, I got off work. I drove directly to the lock place, to the little lock guy, and while I was sitting there waiting, I said, let me listen to this, because I don't know what it is. I told you I don't listen to it, and I listened to it, and I said, okay, all right, and so yeah, it just is what it is. It is what it is. The people are looking, but I'm saying I've only looked at it one time. I didn't even touch it. I've only looked at it one time. This is real data, and I appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate it. I do. I really do. And I'm saying, but what I came up with, what I realized, what I was really doing is this is my first fruits. That's what this is. That's how it has been changed to do this first in my day and not last. Yep. That's what I realized. So I do this, this is my assignment. This is my assignment from God, to give this to you, to do this for you, and to do it at the beginning of my day, not giving you what's last in my day. Not giving you what's left over from myself in my day, but giving you what I have off the top. Now, yeah, it's after me being up all night at work, but that still is a start of it's kind of a start of a day. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I came up with. And so, like, right now, I'm telling you, it's now 5:41. The storage place closes at 10, and because I've done this, because I've done this, when I leave here, now I don't have anything else to think about. I'll just focus on the storage room. I don't have to say, "Oh, let me rush over here," because I'm coming to the library. In the parking lot, so I don't have to say, let me rush over there and this and that and this and that. So I'm doing this everything because I still have to go to work tonight, right? So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. It is the first fruit, because at the end, when it's time for me to prepare to go to work, see, that's the end of the day. When it's time for me to go to work, trying to fit something in, at that point, I'm not doing that anymore. Now I do it at the beginning of my day, so I'm not trying to rush and do it before I go to work. That's the end. That's the end. So I'm making sure I get this done, and I think it's good. It's good. What my pastor always used to say, you honor him and he'll honor you. So yeah, this is my assignment, to do this and be here with you. So thank you so much for showing up. I can't think of anything else I want to mention to you, but thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. It's so funny because I talk to you guys every day, and I don't do anything any different. I try to be my authentic self. I try to tell you the truth, and as best I can. And it's when it's time for something to happen, it's time. And I just believe that. I just believe that. Well, they say you keep standing in line long enough, your turn is gonna come. Your time is gonna come. So I appreciate the support. I really do. That's what I was talking to the guy about the homeless senior couple. That I met a homeless senior couple, and I was telling him, I said sometimes, I said, if you're a millionaire, right? I said, if you're a millionaire, that's a whole lifestyle. That's a whole thing that comes with. I said, example, you're not gonna be at the laundromat, right? You're not gonna be at the laundromat. I said, I'm at the laundromat, and I met these people, and I told them what happened was, I was, I'm rushing around. I'm doing, right? And I told him I noticed that the trunk of this vehicle was open. I noticed that it was open, and then I went inside and talked to the ladies, and I asked them if they knew who it belonged to, and they didn't know. And then I told them, I said, it just, my common sense just kicked in. It's like, let me just close the trunk. Let me just close it. And so I talked to the lady. I ended up talking to her. You in these times, you never know. Do you say something? Do you just let it go, or whatever? And so the lady was driving away, and I was at my car, and I told her, and I said, be careful because that's one of my things, how like you push the button and your trunk is open. You're in the store and your trunk is open in your car, right? And I told her, I said, be careful. And she said, oh no. She said, no, we must have left it open. She was an older lady. She said, we must have left it open. And I said, oh. And then she told me she was homeless. Her and her husband were homeless. And they're like, up in age. And I'm like, what? And so that's what I was telling the guy at work, is that sometimes people just don't know. Sometimes people just don't know. If you are a millionaire, I'm just saying millionaire, and there's a problem in this country with homeless seniors. That's something that you may not know, because how would you know? And we were talking, I told him, I said, we know about drug users and stuff like that. We think that a lot of it is, because of that, or, whatever. I said, but people don't necessarily know that they're homeless seniors also. And he was like, yeah, you got a point there. So Um, yeah, this is really, that's why I was saying my testimony. That's why I call it my testimony. That's why it is my testimony, because the journey that I have come on, the journey that I have been on has put me in a position. It has allowed me to, it has helped me to learn things that I otherwise would not have learned. My heart has been the same for years in that I would help someone. But in terms of probably the ability to help someone was not fully there because I didn't know. Now I can look at a person and know if they're having troubles and probably what the troubles are. I can identify it now. And like how I met these people, this senior couple, and they're saying they're homeless. I mean, and that's not the first couple that's, I mean, like maybe 80 or something. I don't mean like 52, like 80. You know, this other couple, this, I heard this the lady tell the attendant that works in laundromat, oh, we should be able to move out of the storage or something. And you know what I heard what, now that I'm talking to you, no, she really meant move out, because now I'm telling you, I learned that there are people living in these places. That's what she meant. I thought she meant move their stuff out of the storage, like, and put it somewhere. She said move out of the storage. So again, I say all that to say that some may be confused about my journey. Some may be confused about what my life looks like. But I know that, what do they say? I am the living sacrifice. I am the living sacrifice. I was given the gift. I don't have any children. So I've been able to make decisions for myself that has allowed me to live where I wanted to live, to move where I wanted to live, to move when I wanted to move. And it hasn't impacted anyone other than, you know, some hurt feelings for the people that care about me. But on this journey, I've been able to learn valuable things about life, about how people live, that I probably otherwise would not have known. Because I told you, my family is, no one in my family lives like that. They don't. And if I'm telling you, I put a washer and dryer in the parking lot, so if I wasn't going to the laundromat, I would not admit the homeless senior people. You know, so it is very possible to be removed from stuff. It's possible to be removed from life and to know what's really going on in the world. You know, it is possible. How other people live, and outside of that, if you had means, if you had the disposable income, if you had, you know, if you could give away 10% of your money, if you had the millions, you wouldn't know to build a senior homeless, or you wouldn't know to create a vehicle to help homeless senior people. You wouldn't know to put that together because you wouldn't know that it existed. That's why they say when we have these disasters and stuff like that in different countries and neighborhoods and stuff, and they say talk to the people. That's why some people say don't talk to the politicians, talk to the people that are in the community, because they know what they need better than somebody else. That's why people say that. Because I'm telling you, the heart that I have, I've had for years. But if you gave me a pot of money, I may not have really known what to do with it, because I wouldn't know that this stuff existed. Homeless senior people. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, really. So, I'm not gonna keep you. I just wanted to. Ooh, that just. I just want to share that with you. I just want to share that with you and just say that that's why this is my testimony. This is why I'm here. This is why I have a testimony. I am the living sacrifice. You know, and I believe that it is for me to have lived the life that I've lived, so that it can be of use and so that it can help somebody else. I believe that. I believe it. So that's why you're the first thing in my day and not the last thing, because it is that important. It is. You know what? It's a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful evening. I mean, it feels calm and yeah, I feel good. I feel good. I'm gonna go over to the storage room. Like, example, this lady living in this parking lot by herself. Nice car. She's living in a parking lot. She's been here for years. She's living in a parking lot, in this library parking lot. She looks just as normal. Excuse me. She lives in a parking lot by herself. She lives in a parking lot. There's another lady. She drives something like a Mini Cooper. And she's an older lady. I mean, gray hair. And she lives in a Walmart parking lot. She has like a flag on her car, and that's how I know it's her. At one point, she had disappeared, and I was like, where'd she go, right? Okay, good. You know, she got her place or something, right? And she's a nice, normal lady. I saw her in the store one day because I'm a looker. I see stuff, right? And I said, she had on a nice little, little sundress and stuff. She was standing there. She's trying to get some prunes. And yeah, she lives in a Walmart parking lot. And she has a disabled license plate thing. So she can park, like, that's how she's able to park where she parks, and she can just stay there. But yeah, it's a lady by herself living in a parking lot. And I'm not talking about like for a week or a month or even 6 months. This is years. Because I'm in the same area, and I told you I go to Walmart every day, maybe more than once a day. So I see stuff. I see stuff. There's a guy that has some kind of gold car. It almost looks like a Lexus or a Nissan, like little SUV thing. And he's been living in his vehicle for years in the Walmart parking lot. I've seen him inside the store. It's there's stuff going on out here. The point I want to make, this is what I want to say. I'm gonna get off here. This is going long, y'all. The point I want to make is that just like everybody else, I might have thought that, like I said, that the people are out here because of drug use and stuff like that. But some people are just out here. Some people are just out here. And they're good people, and they're honest people, and they're not drug users, and they don't drink and stuff like that. But for some reason, they're out here. They're out here. So I just want to share that with you. And if I had, like I said, if I had a whole pot of money, I wouldn't. This is a whole population of people. This is what I know. Let me tell you something. Come on now. This is what I know, because I've talked to people. I'm like, there's a shelter open. There are these shelters that are open, but the one thing that people say, they don't want to be in a room with other people. You might wake up and somebody's standing over you. The comfortability of sleeping in a whole place with strangers, people don't like that. They rather sleep in their car. and worry. A guy, one night I saw a guy was sleeping in his car, and these kids beat him up because he forgot to lock his door. So I'm saying that I have met people. I've worked with people. I've worked with people that are homeless and have been for years. Honest, good, honest people. And I'm saying that if I had the means, this is a whole area that I would have missed in terms of what can you do with your money to help somebody. I would have missed it. But people rather sleep in their cars than go into a shelter because you in there subjected to all of that. People want their own space, even if it's a little space. You know how they set up the containers or the tiny houses or something. I was looking at some land. I was like, man, they could put, instead of cleaning, they cleaned up all the trash from where the homeless people were at. I'm like, put a bunch of tiny houses over there. Let somebody build them, build them for free. You know how people build I can't think what they're called right now. But those houses they build for free. Build some tiny houses. Let the people live there. Or something. But people are living in their cars. And they don't. There's this older guy. I was looking for him the other day. They give him some money, and he wasn't there because he gets a check. He lives in his truck. He's from Mississippi. He lives in a Walmart parking lot. And he said his wife died. So did she die while they were in the car, in the truck? But he said his wife died like a year ago. And he just lives in the truck. And I told him about the new shelter. I said, there's a shelter down here, and this, that. And so now when he sees me coming, he like ducks. Because people don't want to go in the shelter. Because you're in there with a bunch of people. Is there a way to, just like I saw one place, they, like these hotels, they take the hotels and they give them, can we do that? Something, and then help the people, something. I don't know, but I've seen a family, a young guy and a girl, and they had like a son that's like 3 years old or something, in a car. So you see, when you drive down the street, come on now, when you drive down the street, one night when you're out late, I was going to say now that it's dark, but one night when you're out, maybe 10 o'clock, and you're driving down the street, look over at the parking lot. If the store is closed, if you happen to be out one night and the store is closed, it could be a strip mall that closes at 8 o'clock. But one night when you're out and there's an area like the strip mall is closed or something like that, look in the parking lot. Look in the parking lot and look at how many cars are in the parking lot. That's people sleeping in their cars. They're sleeping in their cars. And people don't know that. They have no idea that it exists. It's a, what do you call it? A subculture. It's a subculture. Dang, where's? Oh, that's that. Okay, I'm looking at these numbers. But yeah, so there is. That's why I say that's what I told the guy at work. I said, yeah, these people out there holding the signs about X, they need to be holding the signs up for homelessness and poverty, and shoot, because it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So that's it. I'm just saying. And the point that I was trying to make is that there's stuff that exists that I did not know exists because I was just walking around living my life. You know, I didn't know all this stuff existed, but it's look, I've learned now. You know, and so when I'm in the position to help somebody, I know how to really help them, like really help them. You know, so it's like they say with the churches. Shoot, they got churches on every corner. Why are we still the way we are? Something's missing. Not criticizing the church, but yeah. So you are my first fruits. This is my service. This is my service unto. This is my service unto. I am the living sacrifice, and that's how I get the testimony. This is my testimony. So, and this is my first fruits. I do it first. See, this the lady with the teenage sons. So she takes him over to the basketball court, and he plays with his friends all this. So like, it's dark. It is dark. I mean, like pitch dark over there. There's no lights over there. So he's over there playing with his friends all day, every day, playing basketball. And then he gets in the car with her, and they go down the street. And they're homeless. They're homeless. Can you imagine living in? It's like who? I remember when I look. I'm telling you, I got a memory like, you know. I remember when I was teaching, and I can remember like it was yesterday, and the mother said to the girl, call me later and I'll let you know where we're gonna be. That stuck with me. Like, you know, they were homeless, and like, but I didn't know back then, right? I'm like, that's just terrible. What is that, right? But I know now. I know what it means. I know what it is. I know what it looks like. You know? I know what it is. So, yeah. The next time you're out and it's late, 10 o'clock or something, the strip mall is closed, or after the Walmart, because they don't have that many employees in there. But you look over to the sides, over in the cut, as they say, and you see the cars are parked. There are people sleeping in those cars. They're sleeping in those cars. And sometimes it's families. And we walk around and we, you know. So that's what I see. That's what I see. We can do better. We can do better. So I'm gonna keep you. But I feel good. See, it's only 6 o'clock. I have 4 hours until that storage unit is closed, and then I can, you know, finish up. I can get stuff done within 4 hours for sure, and then I have an hour to get, because I need to be on the highway by 11 o'clock. My little guy is good. He is stretched out. He is in his cage, and he didn't want to come out last night because he loves his pillow. I put the long one in there because I didn't want to go to the other place and get the smaller pillow that he likes. So, excuse me. So he has the $4 pillow, and he just loves it. He's comfortable. So, and that's good too. We're going in the evening, so I don't have to worry about him complaining and being uncomfortable because it's the night. So he's not contending with the heat. Like because I'm putting bags and stuff in the car, but he's not contending with the heat. It's just, you know, me getting the stuff in. So, and I'm pulling up, so he'll be sitting right there looking at me. So, and look, and you know, when I'm over there, you know, it's like to live in a storage room. There are no windows or anything. It's just a room, right? So they just moved in there. So the lady, she's trying to figure it out, get used to it. So she's coming out trying to get some air. And there's no bathroom. So they just moved in. I think that like they don't really know how it goes, and they trying to figure it out, because they were trying to when I was over there yesterday, and they were like, oh, the office is closed. They're not there, and this and that. So how they go to the bathroom? right? So they leaving. She got a little push, push chair and the guy. And so where you going? And this is how some people live. And these are people with some numbers on. This is not, 22, 21. These are people that have lived a whole life, and this is how they're scrambling, trying to get through a day. Not drug users, not, but just people that that's their situation. I'm over an hour, you guys. What is going on? Look, I hope I like this video. I keep saying video. I hope I like it. Because I listen to it. I gotta know what I'm sharing with you guys. But thank you so much. I'm gonna get out of here. I think I made my point. But yeah, just look. Just look. Because I don't know who you are and where you are. I don't know. I don't know if you're retired. I don't know if you're... Shoot, you could be one of the people. I don't know. I do not know. But just look. Just think about it. Look around and think about it. You know what I mean? And I'm saying to you, all those people are not drug users and X. They're not. And some people are, So it's kind of like how I do. I always look around to see what's wrong. What can I do? What can I do? I was in church one day with my brother. He went back to church, and I was with him. And the lady in church fell out. she fell out. Everybody in there with the eyes closed, they praised and with the hands up, and the lady fell out, and nobody saw her. And it wasn't like a Holy Ghost thing. No, she fell out like it was a health thing. And then I had to tap the little usher lady. I'm like, she fell out. And they're like, oh. So that's what I do. I always look for what is one night. I'm gonna tell you this quick story. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna tell you this quick story. I was working at a hotel. This was a couple years ago. I don't know. I was working at this hotel. I ain't gonna give you the details, but I was working at this hotel. So I'm standing there. It's in the middle of the night. It's a graveyard. So I'm standing there, and it was downtown. And they had, so this is, where all the nice hotels are. It's fancy, waterfront, all that kind of stuff, right? So they have the pedicab drivers. They have, it's a poppin' nightlife. You know what I'm saying? So I could see from the window that there was a guy that was very much intoxicated. He was not 21. He was all of 50 plus. He was very much intoxicated, and he was standing on the corner. Now, in these days and times, you just can't be out there by yourself like that, right? This man was out there, and he was, if you down there, you got some kind of job, right? You got some kind of watch, you got some kind of bank account, you got something, right? Because these are kind of big conventions, right? The man was so intoxicated, he did not know anything. He didn't know. He was out of it. He's out of it. I left my job, and I went over to that man, and I found out what hotel he was staying in. I called the hotel because of the convention. So they're all at different hotels. I found out what hotel he was staying in, and I had the hotel to send a pedicab, the little bicycle people, excuse me, over to pick this man up and take him back to the hotel. He was alone. He had a wallet, a watch, and everything. And he was very much intoxicated. I helped that man get to his hotel. I don't know his name. He didn't know my name. On his screen, on his phone, was like a 9-year-old little girl. Him and like a 9-year-old little girl. I could go on about stories. But that's what I'm saying, is that I'm always looking for something. What can I do to help? And that's how I believe that I am in or on this journey, because that is who I am. And so I'm looking. That's how I can tell you the stories about these people. That's how I can tell you these things, because this is what I'm looking at and looking for. So I guess what I'm saying to you too is look for something. Look for somebody to help. You may not change that person. You may not, you know what I mean? You may not go get them a job or whatever, but there might be somebody like within your eye shot. You don't have to go you don't have to go far out of your way, but you can see. You can see something's wrong. And do something. Just do that little bit. Just do that. You see somebody's trunk open. Close the trunk. Close the trunk. Don't keep walking. Close the trunk. It's time. We gotta do better. That's it. I'm not gonna be here all night. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for your support. I really appreciate you. I really do. This is my testimony. I am Shelly D. Bridgman. I'm signing off, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.